We are going to talk now about building a golden bridge. We all know about the Golden Bridge. It's majestic, it's beautiful, and obviously building a bridge is something we cannot fathom. But in mediation, it is suggested that at times we try to build a golden bridge. What does that mean? It means that one party wants precisely what it is that they want. They will tell us what it is that they're interested in. But they also need to know that in any negotiation, in a mediation, there are two parties who have to be satisfied with the outcome. Often it is true that by giving to the other party, you're getting in return. How does one give to the other party? You build the golden bridge. You give them something that gives them a valued outcome. It might be a financial outcome, it might be psychological, it might be the feeling good of getting what it is that they truly want, but there is a golden bridge that has to be built. We teach parties in mediation that there are two parties in this discussion. It is not enough if you get what you want, because the other party will surely not agree to that. You have to give as well as receive. An historic example of the Golden Bridge goes back to 1962 and the time that there were missiles placed by Russia in the island of Cuba, 90 miles from American shore. President Kennedy and his cabinet had decided that the missiles had no place in the Northern Hemisphere. They simply had to go. The question, of course, was going to be, what would America do? America ultimately made a decision to have a quarantine. Ships coming to Cuba were stopped and searched, and the implication, of course, was that nothing could be done that would allow further growth of the missiles in Cuba. Ultimately, there was the ultimatum: the missiles have to go. But then in the Kennedy cabinet, there was a discussion: why would Russia to agree to what we want if they get nothing in return? How will Russia be able to face their people, the citizens of Russia, when they state that the U.S. issued the ultimatum, we obeyed, and it was the only thing to do to avoid bloodshed, to avoid aggressive behavior? There had to be some type of reward for the Soviet Union as well. The idea then percolated and eventually was presented to Russia. If we in the United States do not want to have missiles near our borders, Russia has the same interests. But yet, there were missiles, American missiles, that had been placed in Turkey, not terribly far from Russian borders. The missiles had actually been obsolete for many years. They served no strategic purpose, but nevertheless, they were there. And if we wanted missiles in Cuba to be taken out, we had to do the same as well. But this was the true golden bridge, because when we took out those missiles in Turkey, when we promised to do so at the very onset of this discussion, Russia was able to get back to its people and to say, we got what we wanted. We wanted to have the freedom from American missiles being close to our borders, and we got that, and in exchange, we were willing to take out the missiles from Cuba as well. America built the Golden Bridge. It gave the opportunity to the other side to say, we got what we want. Of course, what they wanted was a way to save face, and that is what that Golden Bridge accomplished. When you're negotiating, always ask yourself and ask the parties, what can they do that will help the other party, that will make it a little easier for them to agree to what is on the table? Getting to win-win involves a compromise. It's a compromise on both sides. Sometimes you compromise by simply giving people that golden bridge, complimenting them, giving them something they want, helping them save face, and working together with them, and ultimately attaining what we call in mediation theory win-win. Thank you.